Hello everyone, this is your Imperial Royal Majesty Emperor Candy Kotsuvan Kanda here, and today I'm covering a tournament battle from the Colloseum Rome 2 tournament, land battle tournaments. It's basically 2v2 land battles, one game. I'm on Team Copsels and we're fighting Ghost Legions. Now I'm taking Pontus, my teammate is taking Getae. The enemy is taking Pergemon and Fierce Swords. Rules were max 6 same. 3 archers / slingers, same with the cavalry. And 2 skirmishers, peltats, javelin, same with the cavalry. And max 4 pikes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I have 6 Pontic swords, 2 Eastern slingers, 3 pikemen, heavy pikemen, 3 mercenary naked swords, a mercenary Scythian horse archers, 3 noble blood cavalry, 1 Pontic royal cavalry. My teammate has 2 mercenary Scythian cavalry, a bow horseman, 2 spear horsemen, 3 falksmen. The one has a chevron on it, 2 Dakin heavy bowmen, 3 noble swords, a noble spear and armored spear, and then 4 mercenary axe warriors. Now on the other hand, Pergemon has a Tarantine cavalry. Pergemon is noble cavalry and a Hippeus lancer. He has 2 hoplites, 6 Galatian swords with 4 of them with a chevron, 5 of them with a chevron, and 5 Agema spears and 3 slingers. Nervii has 5 fierce swords, 2 lovely freemen, 3 Celtic slingers, a Celtic skirmishers, 2 Oathsworn, a noble horse, a mercenary generic scout rider, and 3 mighty horse. Let's get started. Going to be supporting my teammate Getae because he all has the strong sword power. I only have Pontic swords. With the naked swords, I wanted to break through his flanks because these are deadly on a charge. But I did not anticipate him bringing his skirmishers. And his Scythian horse archers is supposed to get in the back or get in the side and destroy any cav he has and cause as much damage as it can and distract the enemy micro. I forgot, 1 fierce sword has a 2 chevron. The Pontic sword would normally lose to a fierce sword, and they would lose to maybe an Agema spears. I don't know. I have never tested that. So I have a pikeman supporting. This levy pikeman is to support the cav engagement because I don't want my general to get caught into cav engagement. Over here, Getae goes has a cavalry skirmish against Pergemon and Nervii. Nervii got 4 shots but lost 1. Tarantine captain getting shots. He's pushing up mighty horse. I'm actually just shooting some Alepi Freeman right here to make him think that I'm not worthy of anything because I see these Oathsworn and then they're protecting these cavalry, the 2 elite cavalry that I want to get around and shoot at. Now, he's doing an okay-ish micro against the enemy missile cav. Getae does like move up a bunch, and I don't actually see that, and I actually support him later. They're having a bit of yeah. He's shooting into the Galatian swords from the front. He should be aiming at the slingers, but I won't judge him. I'm just wasting some shots on some Levy Freeman. As you can see, Nervii moved his Oathsworn up, which I see that, and I go around and try to anticipate to snipe or assassinate the enemy general. Mercenary Axe Warriors gets shredded by Galatian swords on the charge. They cost like 100 more expensive though. Falksmen against Galatian swords. Falksmen get javelined to death. Well, they lost 21 men, but yeah, you see, Galatian swords has a 28 charge on it. That's a pretty dang good charge. I do start shooting some fierce swords, or actually I think, yeah, I'm shooting some fierce swords because they have low armor. His Foxman is breaking, so I'm sending in my Pontic swords. Mercenary Axe Warrior is also breaking, I'm sending another Pontic sword. The enemy fierce sword is, he actually sent his noble sword and retreated his axe warriors. Over here I got this charge off of the fierce swords and the Galatian sword. It didn't get that much, but this charge did better. Fortunately, he had the Celtic skirmisher I was speaking about. Now we have these two in the back, they're ready to snipe the enemy generals, which are all on horsemen. Spear horsemen are losing to mighty horse, but he has a noble spear for support. My 3 noble blood cavalry try to go around to get the enemy missile units. He's sending in a Levy Freeman. I'm scaring the Levy Freeman with a naked sword because with a good charge, naked sword can absolutely shred Levy Freeman. Over here, naked swords are losing, so I move him because there was a gap to hit the rear of these fierce swords. And then he retreated his Galatian swords, so I come and attack this Galatian swords. Also, in beating up axe warriors, Galatian swords retreating, fierce swords getting beaten by noble swords, Dacian heavy bowman getting shot to death. He's going in for these Celtic slingers. The enemy's trying to intercept with some Tarantine cav. I'm gonna try to snipe the general, which has only 45 armor. My pikemen are getting shoot to death. He missed micros and doesn't move his Levy Freeman, so I get a nice charge off of it and destroys it. I also get some kills off the hoplite. Now, right now, I miss micro and I actually lose my Scythian horse archers, not 100%, but I do lose it. And I come here to try to kill his general, but I see a lot of missiles here that are vulnerable, so I keep one in, and I come on here because a noble blood cav is great against shock cav. He only has 21 melee defense, so I should be able to kill him. But then the enemy noble cav comes here and absolutely shreds that noble blood cav. I do get in his archers. He's sending in the other Osun. I did not see that, so my Pontic swords gets beaten, but I eventually do end up putting in my pikes. His Pontic swords are intercepting these Galatian swords. My naked swords got charge off of these hoplites. Over here, he ratted a bunch of slingers, and he's taking care of the enemy cavalry. I'm helping Getae beat up Nervii's infantry, as Pergemon's infantry is not the strongest. I am actually retreating from him because hoplites in this in like a tight stack for me, which will not do well. I managed to get into his slingers over here. Yeah, by the way, Shadow King's the Getae, my teammate, and yeah, I'm pretty much destroyed Pergemon's missile infantry. As you can see, I was saying noble blood cav gets caught. Otherwise, the Pergemon and his noble cavalry would have been losing. But I do still get some shots on the Pergemon general. My Pontic royal cav myself charges into these hoplites because they're not really moving a bunch. Well, now they react after I get a charge, 45 kills, and then I see like my noble blood cav is engaged into his Tarantine cav losing, and my other noble blood cav is attacking the hit-based lancers. The hit-based lancers didn't get a great charge, so I'm actually going to send my general to help. But he eventually rats my noble blood cav and comes try to intercept my general and eventually kills my general. Over here, Pontic swords losing to fierce swords, but I have Eastern slingers and pikemen remaining. He charges his Galatian sword into my pikemen into a blob formation, does not really do well. Pontic swords winning against fierce swords, support of Dacian heavy bowman on fire at will. Mighty horse losing. The spear horseman losing to mighty horse, getting attacked by Foxmen and mercenary axe warriors from two sides. I'm charging the rear of a Gimus spears, pincered by a noble Pontic royal cav and a noble sword. I eventually do go for the hit-based lancer, which actually retreat. So I had to intercept my charge against noble horse, but I eventually do loses it. Okay, so my game died there, so I had to reset it. I'm pretty sure this is where we left off. Alright, let's continue. I do miss micro and he avoids my pikemen, but I'm actually still shooting his fierce swords to death. They don't have much armor. My general is doing okay-ish against the enemy general. I do send in this mercenary naked swords to help. The Pontic swords attacking hoplites in the rear, which are pincered by pikemen from the other side. These hoplites will die. He is just hitting my Pontic swords from the rear with a Getae fierce javelin. I send the noble blood cav came back from running and is hitting the Pergemon and his noble cavalry from the rear. His thick slingers come back from routing, and he's hitting the noble spears in the rear, which are losing to hoplites. Miraculously, spears losing to noble spears, noble sword, noble swords getting a hit from the rear by Oath Sword. I'm going to chase this also into Pontus. So he has his general noble sword hitting the rear of the noble sword. His fierce sword attempt to charge my Pontic swords from the rear, but gets intercepted and killed. Mercenary naked sword winning in a cow fight against noble horse. My general getting a good amount of kills. I have pikemen trying to get into his general. As the pikemen are good against large when their pikes are down. I miss microing, and these two pikemen. It's actually really stressful. I miss microing. These two pikemen are just sitting here doing nothing. My eastern slingers are not firing at anything either. As you can see, my general eventually ends up breaking. But these mercenary naked swords don't. I have this pikeman pointed in a weird formation. The enemy hoplite is losing its noble sword and mercenary axe warriors. That oath sword is pretty much dead. My Pontic sword is not actually fighting. Actually, it is. I'm going to be attacking slingers with my pikeman, and I'm attacking this to give me a spear with this other pikeman, this levy pikeman. I don't know what I'm doing with this levy pikeman. My naked sword is winning against levy fury. One of them are gonna charge his generals. I'm gonna have my pikeman there to support. I am shooting his hoplites to death. Over here, I'm also going to be ending up shooting his other two slingers to death. At this point, the balance of power is a lot in our favor. He attempts to hit my levy pikeman from the rear, but I do turn, so he changes his target for my slingers over here. He already got hit point damage. As you can see, he's down half his men. This Pergamon's noble cavalry gets an okayish charge against the naked swords because they're disrupted by routing levy freemen. But I don't know what I'm doing here. My levy pikeman is placing the wrong way. My Pontic swords are losing against a game of spears. My pikemans are not fighting effectively. These noble horse. I'm trying to intercept the noble horse charge with the Pontic swords. But I actually changed my mind. I shoot this noble sword horse, and it loses 10 men. Then with my Pontic swords coming in, that enemy Nervii general is dead. As you can see, it's losing a lot of men due to javelins. I'm moving my levy pikeman to attack the enemy spears from the rear. He does changes up and charges me while I do not have my pikes down, and destroys my levy pikeman. My noble blood cavalry here getting a ton of kills. Has come back from routing. I do eventually charge the hoplites. I think, I'm not very sure. His general is losing. He's running. I'm shooting him, and that is the end for this Nervii general. Nervii's Oathhorn is losing because the general just got killed, and a Nervii rout. Unfortunately, Nervii is gone. With Nervii gone, Pontic's army lost. Pergamon's army loss comes in and wavers, and that is pretty much it. GG to Ghost Legion. Thank you for watching, and I'll show you the units menu in 1 second. We just blob up on this last unit of heroic game of spirits, getting a ton of kills, and GG to Ghost Legion. Now, I'm playing with Shadow King. Nervii was played by TMC Shooter, and Pergamon was played by Linksy. Let's start. I deployed 2,700 men. Getae deployed 2,500. Nervii deployed 2,300, and Pergamon deployed 2,600. I lost 1,800 and killed 2,000. Getae lost 2,000 and killed 2,200. Nervii lost 2,100 and killed 2,000. Pergamon lost 2,300 and killed 1,800. My bad. Now, me, Pontus. My Pontic Royal Cap getting a good amount of kills. Scythian Horse Archers did okay. He was sniping the enemy general. This Noble Blood Cav got pincered. These two did amazing. The Slingers did awesome. Levy pikemen did what levy pikemans do. This naked sword paid for itself. These two did not that good. Pikemen survived and got a okayish amount of kills, but they're like pretty much full health, untouched. Pontic swords. These 3 Pontic swords doing good to great. These 4 actually. This one doing getting wrecked. I think this one was up against the nose sword. His Pontus sword's doing great. As you can see, he still has men left as the one throwing javelins in the enemy general. Getae general did amazing. But horse, his missile cav did not do great. Nor did his cav. This one did okay-ish. Not that good. This one did great. This one didn't do really good. Armor spears did not do good. This Foxman did really great. These two Foxmen did not do good. These two mercenary axe warriors, all four mercenary axe warriors did awesome. Noble spears did awesome considering getting shot in the rear. Noble sword did what noble sword usually do. Nervii on the other hand, their general got a pretty good amount of kills. The Germanics cat rider did not do good. Mighty horse, this one didn't do as great. These two did amazing. Celtic skirmishers did okay. This Celtic slingers did amazing. These, because it wasn't hurt, these two actually came back from routing, but they didn't do great. These three fierce sword did awesome. This shout out to Shadow King. This fierce sword did not do great. Lovely Freeman did what Lovely Freeman usually do. This also did not do great. This also did magnificent. Pergemon is noble cavalry general doing okay. They got one chevron, I got one chevron. Okay, they did actually great. The Pace Lancer did great. His Tarantine Captain did good. Slingers did bad. His Agima Spears overall did really great. These three Agima Spears did wonderful. These two did not do as good. Galatian Sword, yes, 2 Galatian Sword out of 6 that did good. Hoplites did not do good. And that's going to be all for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.